Good evening, I'm Mr. Michael and you're watching Kini News. PKR infighting appears to be getting out of control, now even spilling into the Malacca State Legislative Assembly. A Malacca government motion to nominate a PKR leader aligned to party president Anwar Ibrahim as a senator was defeated after two PKR assembly persons aligned to party deputy Muhammad Azman Ali left just before the vote. PKR communications chief Fahmi Fazal said the party will be getting in touch with the assembly persons for an explanation.
But in this matter, I believe that we will get some additional information before we comment further.
Will you issue the two MP for explanation?
I believe we will make a request for them to explain their action.
Yeah. Could it be formal in writing or what?
I think because the Malacca Don is still in session, probably we will expedite the matter. So perhaps initial telephone conversation, perhaps. Yeah.
A report by China Press said the Pakatan Harapan that state government barely had the necessary numbers to push through a motion to nominate Malacca PKR chief Halim Bachik as a senator. However, the motion was defeated by one vote after PKR's Jeannie Lim and Muhammad Jailani Khamis left the assembly chambers just prior to voting. Fahmi isn't the only one who is looking to have a word with the two state assembly persons. PKR President Anwar Ibrahim appears eager too, describing their move as unacceptable.
Unacceptable. That is the word that Anwar Ibrahim used to describe the action of two PKR assembly persons which led to a Malacca government motion being defeated by a single vote.
Will any action be taken against the two PKR Adons in Malacca who left?
I am in touch with them. I'm supposed to meet them today or even communicate with them. But this is of course not acceptable because they have to respect the decision of the state, and our position is they must support the Chief Minister's motion.
When asked about whether their actions had anything to do with infighting in PKR, this is what Anwar had to say.
Is this, there's some speculation that this is because of infighting within the party?
Infighting or not, the decision of the state and the party must be respected.
When we think about being delivered chicken, it's usually done by one of those popular food delivery services, but that wasn't the case for PKR Youth Chief Akmal Nasser this morning. The service centre of PKR Youth Chief Akmal Nasser was splashed with red paint early this morning, and to add insult to injury, the perpetrators also threw a chicken carcass at the entrance.
Ada shot sesiapa ke?
Bagi saya tidak mahu spekulasi mana-mana pihak. Kita bagi ruang kepada polis. Cuma politik hutan pada masa kini bagi saya sepatutnya sudah tidak berlaku. Jadi saya tak nak spekulasi atau menyentuh mana-mana pihak, tapi for me it's not the way we do politics or try to raise issues.
Akmal said he was informed by a staff member who arrived at work at 7:20 a.m. of the incident. Akmal, who is also Johor Bahru MP, confirmed that a police report has been lodged and he would leave it to the police to conduct an investigation. This comes as the PKR Youth Wing prepares to hold its Congress on December 5th. PKR Deputy Youth Chief Hilman Idham insisted on maintaining the tradition of having Party Deputy President Azman Ali officiate the Wing's Congress. However, Akmal Nasser has invited PKR advisor Dr. Wan Azizah Wan Ismail instead of Azmin to officiate the Congress. Hilman is widely considered to be aligned with Azmin, while Akmal is on the side of Party President Anwar Ibrahim. I have a question for our viewers. Do you know what the Malaysian flag looks like? I know this may seem like a silly question to you. You're probably thinking, of course, who wouldn't know that? What about the folks at the Malaysian Basketball Association?
The Malaysian Basketball Association, or Maba, has accepted full responsibility and apologized for displaying a wrong Malaysian flag during the opening ceremony of a basketball match last night. The flag, with a 5-pointed star and 11 red and white stripes, was shown on the stadium TV screen as the national anthem was played together with the Westport Malaysia logo. The Jalur Gemilang has a 14-pointed star and 14 red and white stripes that represent the nation's 13 states and the Federal Territories. In a Facebook posting last night, Maba wrote, quote, "To all our fellow Malaysians and basketball friends, tonight was the opening ceremony of the 28th Maba Milo Lumunchak Cup 2019. Meanwhile, Foreign Minister Saifuddin Abdullah has ordered an investigation into the gaffe.
Peng has returned. Well, not quite because he died 6 years ago, but his ashes have been brought to Malaysia from Thailand.
Former Communist Party of Malaya or CPM Secretary General Peng was not allowed to return to Malaysia when he was alive. Now, 6 years after his death, his ashes have been brought in from Thailand to Malaysia. According to Chai Kan Fook, the coordinator of a group which handled his remains, a memorial ceremony was held on the same day the ashes arrived in Ipoh, Perak on the 16th of September this year. Peng was born in Setiawan, Perak in 1924. Following the disbanding of the CPM, he had lived in exile in Thailand. Chai said that the ashes were scattered at sea near Lumut as well as in the jungles of the Titiwangsa mountain range. There are no monuments to commemorate these sites.
Should drinking alcohol in public places be made a crime? One group thinks so. The Malaysian Muslim Consumers Association, PPIM chief activist Natsum Johan said the government and local authorities need to sit down and enact a special law to ban people from drinking liquor or alcoholic beverages in public places. He said the law was necessary to address the recent spike of social problems associated with alcohol use. He was commenting on a recent statement by Deputy Health Minister Dr. Lee Boon Chye that his ministry had no authority to prohibit the public from drinking alcohol in certain places, as the ban was under the purview of the local authorities. Natsum also urged the public to continue to lodge complaints to the local authorities to take decisive action if it was found that individuals were drinking alcohol in public places instead of the designated premises, as it involves issues of racial and religious sensitivity. Coming up next, Carrie Lam may now be Hong Kong's most unpopular post-colonial leader. Tesla's Cybertruck is a massive hit. Oil spills may finally be a thing of the past. That and more after this. Carrie Lam may have cemented a position as Hong Kong's most unpopular post-colonial leader, and she appears to know that too.
Hong Kong leader Carrie Lam acknowledged on Tuesday that the record turnout in local elections won by opposition pro-democracy candidates highlighted dissatisfaction with her administration while appealing for an end to violent protests. Appearing tired and drawn, Lam spoke a day after results showed that Democratic candidates secured almost 90% of 452 district council seats in Sunday's elections, a landslide victory in polls that were widely seen as a barometer of the opposition against the Beijing-backed leader.
Including deficiencies in governance, including unhappiness with the time taken to deal with the current unstable environment, and of course to end violence. So I said that we will seriously reflect on these views expressed to us and improve governance in the future of our work.
The elections brought a record turnout after 6 months of protests and upset wins for Democrats against heavyweight pro-Beijing opponents, greeted in some voting centers by chants of Liberate Hong Kong and Revolution Now. Democratic Party chairperson Wu Chi-wai described the election as the first step on the way to full democracy.
Tesla's first pickup truck, the Cybertruck, had an embarrassing debut last week. The glass of the supposedly bulletproof vehicle cracked in a smashing test that was broadcasted live. However, that didn't stop hundreds and thousands of people from making bookings.
Oh my God. Well, maybe that was a little too hard. Sure. Oh man, it didn't go through.
This was the embarrassing moment for Tesla's launch of its first pickup truck, the Cybertruck. However, Tesla's CEO Elon Musk said on Sunday that the company had already received 200,000 orders for the new model. Cybertruck comes with a futuristic angular body that resembled an armored vehicle and is made from ultra-hard stainless steel and armored glass, which Musk claimed was bulletproof. A single stripe of white light wrapped around the truck's front, replacing headlamps. The four-door, six-seater truck's sharp geometric body was set to top massive tires. Starting from $39,900, it is less expensive compared to the other Tesla versions. The design of the truck, which can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles an hour in 2.9 seconds, was partly influenced by the Lotus Esprit sports car that doubled as a submarine in the 1970s James Bond film The Spy Who Loved Me, as well as the movie Blade Runner.
2 Colombian sisters have developed a product to safely clean up oil spills. Let's have a look.
Tiana Solano, an industrial engineer, teamed up with her sister Natalia, a chemical biologist, a few years ago to find a possible solution to clean oil from water. They came up with a plant-based product that was safe for the environment, quick to act, and could be made locally. The end product is an all-natural oil concoction made from vegetable extracts and minerals that break up the petroleum.
This product, when it comes into contact with hydrocarbons, turns them into nanoparticles, so that to the naked eye it appears to have disappeared, but what has happened is that it has turned into a nanoparticle that doesn't affect the environment.
The sisters said that while other oil spill cleanups can take years or even decades to reverse damages, their production, God Oil, does the job in days and at most a month. Since entering the market in 2016, God Oil has helped recover 126 hectares of land and water, including 2 nature reserves in Colombia.
And here are several other news highlights from today. And that is all from me today. For more stories, go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm Prasad. Thank you for watching. But before we go, we leave you with stunning highlights of the Dubai Air Show 2019 from the Al Maktoum International Airport.